3 cameras, 3 moments that should have had simple explanations. They didn't. Story 1. Rebecca Coriam, Disney cruise ship, CCTV. February 2011. The Disney Wonder cruise ship, somewhere off the coast of Mexico. Rebecca Coriam was a 24-year-old British crew member working aboard the Disney Wonder. She worked with children. She was described by everyone who knew her as bubbly, energetic, and full of life. Exactly the kind of person Disney looks for. That morning, she sent her parents a message on Facebook. She told them she would call them the next day. She never did. At 5:45 a.m., a single CCTV camera in the crew lounge caught the last confirmed sighting of Rebecca Coriam. In the footage, she's talking on one of the ship's internal phones. She's visibly distressed, shaking, upset, clearly in the middle of something serious. Then she hangs up, walks out of frame, and disappears forever. Hours later, she failed to report for her shift. She was not in her cabin. She did not respond to her name on the PA system. She was gone. Here's where it gets darker. One crew member told a journalist, "Disney knows exactly what happened. That phone call she had, it was taped. Everything here is taped. There's CCTV everywhere. Disney have the tape. That full tape has never been released to the public." Disney officials reportedly told Rebecca's family that she appeared drunk and furious in the footage. But the family said the video they were shown gave no evidence to support those claims. 2 months after she vanished, someone attempted to access Rebecca's bank account. Her credit card, which was not among her recovered possessions, was used. Months later, the password to her Facebook account was changed. No one knows by whom. Disney eventually settled out of court with the Coriam family for an undisclosed amount. The case has never been officially resolved. Rebecca Coriam has never been found. The full CCTV footage has never been released. And the phone call that may have explained everything, Disney says they have it. They've never played it for anyone outside that ship. Story 2. Jameson family. Home CCTV. 2009, October 2009. Red Oak, Oklahoma. Bobby and Sherilyn Jameson were preparing to move. They had found a piece of land in the mountains and were planning to buy it. On the day they disappeared, they packed their truck and drove into the Sardis Lake Wilderness area with their 6-year-old daughter, Madison. Their truck was found abandoned days later on a remote dirt road. Inside, their 3 cell phones, Bobby's wallet, Sherilyn's purse, $32,000 in cash, and the family dog, starving but alive. The family was gone. But it wasn't the disappearance that stopped investigators cold. It was the footage recorded the week before they left. Their home security camera had been running. What it captured looked like nothing investigators had ever seen. Bobby and Sherilyn walk back and forth between their front door and their truck, over and over, more than 20 times. Sometimes carrying things, sometimes carrying nothing at all. Their faces are completely blank. They never speak to each other. They never look at each other. Their movements are slow and mechanical, like 2 people operating on a frequency the camera can't record. Investigators used one word to describe what they saw: trance-like. No explanation was ever found for the behavior. No drugs were confirmed. No mental health history that would explain it. 4 years later, in 2013, hunters found the skeletal remains of all 3 family members face down in a remote field, miles from where the truck had been abandoned. The medical examiner could not determine a cause of death. The $32,000 was never explained. The trance footage was never explained. And whatever the Jameson family was walking toward, or running from, died with them in those mountains. Story 3. Issei Sagawa. Paris Park footage. June 13th, 1981. Bois de Boulogne Park, Paris, France. A couple is taking an evening walk near the lake. Quiet night. Nothing unusual. Then they notice a man. A taxi pulls over on a side road ahead of them. A small Asian man gets out. The driver helps him pull 2 large, heavy bags from the trunk. The man begins dragging the bags toward the lake. Then he seems to realize he is being watched. He looks at the couple, slides the bags under some nearby bushes, and walks away. The couple approaches the bags. When they open the first one, they find the bloody, mutilated torso of a woman. Police trace the man back to his apartment within 48 hours. His name was Issei Sagawa, a 32-year-old Japanese literature student at the Sorbonne University. When officers entered his apartment, they found a partially eaten meal on the table. Inside his refrigerator were more pieces of human flesh, carefully wrapped, saved for later. The victim was Renee Hartevelt, a 25-year-old Dutch classmate Sagawa had invited to his apartment for dinner. He had shot her, then spent 3 days consuming parts of her body. Sagawa confessed immediately, And then, in one of the most disturbing legal outcomes in modern history, he was declared legally insane, deemed unfit for trial, and was never convicted of any crime. He was eventually released, returned to Japan, and spent decades as a minor celebrity, appearing on television, writing books, and giving interviews about what he had done. Issei Sagawa died of pneumonia in November 2022, aged 73. He was never imprisoned for a single day for what he did. 3 cameras. 3 moments where reality cracked open and showed us something it wasn't supposed to. A girl on a phone whose last call no one will reveal. A family walking in a trance toward something that killed them. A man dragging bags through a park and walking free for the rest of his life. The cameras recorded everything. Justice recorded nothing. Echoes of Darkness keeps digging, because the most disturbing stories aren't the ones that are buried. They're the ones that are hiding in plain sight. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the dark.